coverage of the 1992 Division 1 British League Riders Championship. 16-strong field, packed with a world-class field, world-class lineup, which of course includes 2 world champions, the under-21 world champion, which is Lee Adams from Australia and Swindon, and Gary Havelock, the current world individual speedway champion from his home club here in Bradford. Well, there's only 2 riders that have won this championship before. That's Sam Ermolenko, who comes here to defend the crown, and Hans Nielsen, who's won it on 3 previous occasions. There we see the 2 riders representing Bradford. They've got 2 representatives along with Oxford. Gary Havelock there, number 8, the world champion, his partner Simon Wigg. The Division 2 champion is Robert Narge. He won that title back at Coventry back in September, and I'm sure he won't be overcome by the occasion here at Oddsall this evening. And there we see from Reading and Sweden, 1990 World Individual Speedway champion, won it here at Bradford on that occasion, Per Jonsson. So it's a mini world final, the last prestigious event of the speedway calendar here in England. As I say, a lot of these riders, all representing their British League clubs this evening, all want to do very well and pick up a big trophy before the end of the season, which ends at the 31st of October. So there we are, the riders then just going to get a few practice laps. There we see Gary Havelock making a few practice starts and a few last-minute adjustments to that machine before he gets underway with his first race. So without further ado, let's have a few words with Sudden Sam Ermolenko.
Last week, whenever I was interviewed by a couple other people, they said, hey, what do you think, British League Riders Championship coming up? You're going to defend your title? And I just kind of thought, thinking, you know, God, I don't got that bug in me right now. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of, you know, Wolverhampton kind of lost out on maybe winning the title chance this year, and a couple things are against, you know, little things. I don't know if they're itching on me or what, but I'm not really pumped right now. I hope I will be after the first race, or before the first race.
Yeah. Has this been a long season then?
It has been. I'm not complaining. I've enjoyed every bit of it. It's been really exciting for me throughout the whole year. It's just right now at the moment, you know, I can't put my finger on it, what it is. The mechanics, I haven't told them that, so I hope, you know, I hope I do well so they don't blame this on me.
You're not telling us this so that you can say, what did I tell you afterwards too?
Yeah, well, now, I think I'll do well, you know. I'm a racer, and it's another racetrack, and I think I'll do all right.
What about this title? I mean, does it have any bearing, would you say?
Well, I won it last year, and you get a lot of recognition on it through they say this is better than the World Championship. If that was the case, geez, I should be pumped up. Maybe this is the attitude I need to win a World Championship, so let's see what happens.
Right, Mr. Nielsen. Is this an important meeting to win for you?
Yes, it certainly is. I mean, it must be the hardest meeting of the year in England anyway. I think probably next to the World Final, this is the hardest meeting. So yes, certainly it is important for me to win.
Yeah. You won it before?
Yes, I have 3 times, I think. So I'd like to make it 4.
Yeah. What about going under lights? That's all right, isn't it?
Yes, certainly. I think it's better on the lights, actually. I think the atmosphere is better. You get a concentrated light onto the riders on the track.
Yeah.
I think it's very good. And, you know, you don't have this sunny afternoon where the track dries out, and it's not any of that tonight anyway.
So there we are, just 2 of the leading competitors in this evening's field. So without further ado, let's go down and join the riders as they come up to the line for heat number 1. So heat number 1, the riders into the line, just doing the traditional gardening. Let's take a look at the line of Marvin Cox from Paul rides in red gate 1. Hans Nielsen, who just heard from in blue gate number 2. Robert Narge from Glasgow, the Division 2 riders champion in white in gate 3. And Simon Wigg, yellow-black, one of the 2 riders from Bradford in this afternoon's field, yellow-black in gate number 4. 3 points for a win, 2 for second, 1 for finishing third, and nothing in this game for finishing in 4th place. Heat number 1, the green light goes on. Wigg trying to get away quick, can't do it, and up go the tapes, and the Division 1 Riders Championship gets underway here at Oddsall Stadium, and the first one to show is Marvin Cox in red, who goes down the back straight. Nielsen and Wigg together, Wigg locks out, and down he goes. So Wigg bites the dust on the 3rd turn of heat number 1. So Cox leads, Nielsen getting into contention, trying to nip in the inside of him. Cox, who had a spell here with the Bradford Dukes a couple of years ago, a great competitor, and these 2 had a few seasons back in the late 80s in the Oxford camp, Oxford Cheetahs camp. Hans Nielsen tucked in behind him, Robert Narge back in 3rd position. So heat number 1, and fast and furious action. A mini world final, they say, the British League Riders Championship, and who would argue with that? Cox still leads. 2nd place, Hans Nielsen, 3 times victor of this trophy. Looks as though he's going to have to be content with just 2 points in his opening race. Coming up to take the win is Cox, who gets there. 2nd place goes to Hans Nielsen. and Robert Nage finishes in 3rd place. There we see Wig just getting back on and finishing the race, but it's Marvin Cox from Paul down there in Dorset who gets the 3 points as he wins heat number 1, 2 for Hans Nielsen, and Robert Nage 1 point, and that's the result of the opening race of the Division 1 British League Riders' Championship of 1992. Heat number 2, going into gate number 1 in red, is Joe Screen from Bellevue. In blue, in gate 2, Per Jonsson Reading. In gate 3, Tony Rickardsson in white from Ipswich. The world champion in yellow and black from Bradford. No doubt the home fans getting thoroughly behind him, Gary Havelock. He's in gate number 4. All about averages and topping your team sheet at the end of September to get in this big event. Joe Screen on 9.32, 9.32 for Bellevue. Jonsson 10.09, the 3rd rider, highest rider here this afternoon. The top one being Hans Nielsen on 10.25, and Per Jonsson 10.09, and Sam Ermolenko 10.04. This is heat number 2. Throttle wide open as those bikes go in, and this Screen has got the drop on the inside. Jonsson now locks up slightly. Oh, and White goes out wide, which is Rickardsson, and Havelock comes through the mayhem to get 3rd position. But it's Joe Screen from Bellevue who leads with 1 lap gone. Jonsson in 2nd position. Gary Havelock in 3rd. And back in 4th position in white was Tony Rickardsson, who made a bit of a muck-up on that 2nd turn. But it's Joe Screen, who recently won the British Masters grass track title. Member of the England team that went to Kumla in that World Team Cup final and finished in 3rd position on the day. Jonsson was there for Sweden. They finished 2nd behind the high-flying Americans. But this is heat number 2 with 1 more lap to go, and Screen in a commanding lead over Jonsson. Unless he makes one hell of a mistake. Oh, as he nearly does. He lives going out of that turn. Right the final 2 bends of heat number 2. The red helmet colour of Joe Screen comes up just to take the win. Jonsson in 2nd place, and Gary Havelock back in 3rd. So the world champion, much fancied here at Bradford this evening, is dropped 2 points as early as heat number 2, and Joe Screen, the youngster from Bellevue, gets 3 points, and no doubt a great confidence booster as early as his first ride. Heat number 3, Martin Dugard rides in red. Brian Carger having a great season for Arena Essex rides in blue. John Jorgensen comes in to represent Coventry, he's in white. And Sam Ermolenko, the current holder of this title, yellow and black in gate number 4. Jorgensen representing Coventry, but in front of him were 3 riders, which was Tommy Knudsen, Rick Miller and Andy Smith, all out of action through injury. So John Jorgensen, 4th in their averages on 7.36, comes into the fray as the bikes roar into action, and the first one to show in blue is Carger, who's got there. Brian, locks up slightly, but still holds on. Brian Carger leads. Heat number 3 from Sam Ermolenko in 2nd place. Martin Dugard 3rd. And Brian Carger, tremendous start from him, having such a tremendous season in 1992 since his move from Swindon, now with Arena Essex, and topping their averages, made it to the World Individual Final for the first time this season, and of course a member of the Danish team in that World Team Cup final in Kumla in September. Carger leads, Ermolenko 2nd, 3rd is Martin Dugard, and John Jorgensen in 4th position. But all eyes are on the rider in blue, who's, well, so to speak, done the biz from the start in heat number 3. With 1 more lap to go, he's looked as though he's got this one set up. Ermolenko is going to drop a point, he's in 2nd place, and Martin Dugard still in 3rd. But all eyes are on the rider in blue, who's, well, certainly caught the eye as early as heat number 3. It's Carger who gets the win. 2nd place to Sam Ermolenko. 3rd place goes to Martin Dugard. And a great turn from Brian Carger, especially in turns 1 and 2, took him to the front. And that's a good 3 points as early as heat number 3 for him, and I'm sure that would do him, his cause and his confidence, the world of good. Brian Carger, the winner of heat number 3. Let's take another look in slow-mo as the tape dries on this one. Carger gets a terrific start, drops on Martin Dugard in red on the inside, goes into the lead, slightly locks up a bit too much, and looks as though he's going to lock up and turn around. Ermolenko tried to make up ground, but Carger sped from that moment onwards. And really it was a great ride from Brian Carger to get 3 points in heat number 3. Heat number 4 sees Greg Hancock from Craig Heath riding red. Tremendous season from the Californian in Craig Heath's colours this evening. Henrik Gustafsson in blue representing Kings Lynn. In white is Peter Nolleen representing Eastbourne, and Lee Adams in yellow and black, he's representing Swindon. So it's a good one, this one. Hancock on 8.89 average, Gustafsson 8.